March the 23rd, Belfast, and the sole topic of conversation is, where is Jackie Patterson? For on that evening, he was due to defend his world flyweight title against the local idol, Rinty Monaghan. Half an hour before weigh-in time, Patterson had not arrived in the country. But 4 minutes past 2, the great cheer went up from Ulster Hall, where thousands had packed their way in, and Jackie Patterson walked rather wearily and looking very wan indeed across to the stage where the all-important weigh-in would take place. Would he make the weight? That was the big question. Great cheer went up as Patterson made the weight. Promoter Bob Gardner looks very happy indeed about the whole thing, as does the title holder and the fight fans who had assembled hours before for the dramatic moment when Patterson would weigh in. Early before the appointed hour of the fight, thousands had packed their way into King's Hall. Pressmen had already sent out countless stories of this great drama that had involved itself around the world's flyweight title match. Distinguished guests arrived at the appointed hour, and everything was in readiness for the start of the world's flyweight title match between Rinty Monaghan of Belfast and Jackie Patterson, the defending champion from Glasgow. A great cheer goes up in King's Hall as Rinty Monaghan, the challenger, is first to appear. Not having had any trouble in making the weight, he's full of spirit and confidence, and he dances gaily into his corner. He's closely followed by the defending champion, Jackie Patterson, still looking very tired indeed after his battle against the scales. Patterson walks across the ring, where he greets his opponent, Rinty Monaghan. Officials gather together for the all-familiar scene of just before fight time, and the announcement from the ring.
Jackie Patterson of Scotland!
The preliminary announcements completed. Both boxers are in the corner, ready for the opening bell of this 15-round world flyweight title match. And Monaghan's supporters cheer themselves hoarse as the two fighters go to the center of the ring to receive final instructions from referee Tommy Lytle. Pressmen still peer apprehensively at the scene inside the squared ring. Monaghan dancing on his toes, still very confident indeed. Patterson looking rather worried in his corner, and they wait for the bell. Round one. Monaghan, usually a slow starter, is quick to take advantage of his marked advantage in weight and strength and goes to the attack much quicker than he's usually wont to do. Patterson, retreating in his usual familiar southpaw style, is backing up constantly from the opening bell. Monaghan tries to bring the attack to close quarters, and they wrestle and maul each other in the center, with Tommy Lytle keeping an ever-close watch on proceedings, following the two fighters around very quickly and very closely. Monaghan, a right to the head, follows up with another right, which is wide of the mark, and he has Patterson in trouble in the corner early on in the opening round. Monaghan, still adopting his forcing tactics, is crowding into the attack at every available opportunity. Patterson is still adhering to his formula of keeping on the retreat. He's on his bicycle at every opportunity. Monaghan slips, but it's only a slip, and they're going to a clinch right in the neutral corner. They're parted by referee Tommy Lytle as the bell goes to end round one. And the much-discussed World Flyweight Title Championship bout is finally underway, officially. Referee Tommy Lytle marks the all-important scorecard. Raymond Glendenning sends out a blow-by-blow description to BBC listeners. And round two. Monaghan still crouching with that right hand of his, devastating, lethal weapon that he has in that right hand, always cocked, ready to go. Patterson crouching in the corner, trying to bull his way out. Monaghan very deftly feints him off with lefts and rights. Both boxers watching each other carefully, and Patterson misses with the left hook, and Monaghan counters with a beautiful right to the jaw, and down goes the defending champion, and he's in trouble. He appeals to referee Tommy Lytle for some infraction that he claims Monaghan is guilty of. Referee ignores the appeal, continues the count. Monaghan, in his anxiety to get in the finishing punch, nearly knocks referee Tommy Lytle out of the ring and crowds into the attack. Pummels Patterson around the ring. Patterson on his bicycle again, backing away with Monaghan on the attack. And in his anxiety to put the finishing touches to the defending champion, he's a bit wild. And Patterson clinches and holds on desperately. Round three. Patterson still adhering to that formula of his of keeping away. Monaghan slowing up just a little bit, playing it safe. Suddenly rushes into the attack, and they clinch and maul each other in the corner, with Patterson shoving away the challenger. Finally, Monaghan moves into the attack, and at this stage, the fight took on a rather dull note, for Patterson, by virtue of his retreating tactics, just kept moving around the ring in circles. Monaghan playing it very safe, as he should play it. Horse was content to wait it out because he had more strength than Patterson. And at this point, the crowd started to clap and ask for action. The referee stops the fight and warns both fighters that they're fighting for the world's flyweight title. And the people who have gathered in King's Hall are worthy of such a fight, and he tells the boys to get on with it. Monaghan is the first to take the referee's words to heart, and he goes in and tries to mix it, continuing his attack, and Patterson continues his mauling and retreating tactics. And it was the same for the next few rounds, with Patterson still adhering to his retreating tactics, and by this time he was holding his own throughout the next 3 or 4 rounds. Monaghan, playing it safe, realizing his advantage in strength, was content to bide his time, constantly piling up points by a non-stop attack. Round 7. And encouraged by the fact that he's almost reached the halfway mark, Patterson is off his stool quicker for this round than any preceding round. Monaghan still playing it very carefully, watches his opponent very closely, moves in quickly, and they spin each other around on the far side. The referee, Tommy Light, will moving in closely as ever, watching for any infractions that may occur. Over the ropes and the right to the body, and down goes Patterson, and he's in trouble. Patterson's going to beat the count. He just manages to get up in the count of 9. He staggers to his feet. He's in trouble. Monaghan rushes in for the kill. He measures his man carefully, pummels him about the head and body to the ropes. Vicious right hook to the jaw. Now an uppercut. Now a left and a right uppercut to the body. And Patterson gets set to go down with a right to the jaw. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and out. And there's a new world's flyweight title holder, Rinty Monaghan of Belfast, who is immediately mobbed by his handlers in the ring. People stand up and cheer themselves wild at King's Hall. Delirious handlers of Monaghan lift him up and start to cheer him, while Patterson, the recent champion, is carried to his corner, still in a very dazed and knocked-out condition. Victor and vanquished pose for the photographers. Monaghan, obviously the happier of the two. Patterson still looking very wan and worried. His Excellency, the Governor of Northern Ireland, Lord Granville, climbs through to congratulate the new title holder. No need to ask who they back. So it's good luck to the new world's flyweight title holder, Rinty Monaghan of Belfast.